Hello everyone, my name is BishiDove, and today we are playing some more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials, and Tribulations. It is time for some more Ace Attorney, and also the last stream of the week before I go on a voyage with my family this weekend. And I'll be back next Tuesday with the Sega charity event. We'll be playing Sega games all week next week and stuff like that. I'm only leaving for a couple days. I'm just not gonna be here tomorrow and the next day. But I'll be back next week, so. I'll be back, don't worry. Don't cry, don't cry. Please, please don't cry. How can you cry when we have Max Wieners? But yeah, we're gonna be playing some more Ace Attorney today. I almost thought I was gonna be late for stream today, but I made it home just in time. Me and Ruuuvo had a little adventure today. We went to go do our nailsies for the wedding that we're going to this weekend. So I got pink sparkle, pink sparkle. I didn't want to get them long. I have to be able to like do things and help with stuff, so I didn't want to get long nails and be like, I can't do anything. So yeah, and they're more pink than I wanted them to be, but it's what they had, and I still think it looks nice. So anyway, I haven't done my nails in like 3 years. I'm not a nail kind of person, you know. I don't really do my nails, but yeah. I'm working outside all the time. I'm digging in the dirt. I'm picking up chickens. It's not really a good like nail, fancy nails kind of things that I do. But anyway, it's for a wedding, so yeah. So we did that, and it took a few hours, and then we got some pizza on the way home. We just ate the whole pizza in the car because it took like an hour and a half to get home. So we just ate our dinner in the car. And then I got ready when I got home, and now I'm here. So excited to be relaxing with y'all and playing some Ace Attorney, playing some video games before we get super busy for the rest of the week. But anyway, pizza in the car, the American dream, truly, truly. You'll be busy. Have fun at the wedding. Yeah, I'm super busy. We're busy tomorrow. We're busy Friday. We're busy Saturday. We're busy Sunday. We're busy Monday because of Poppy having to go get some surgery done on her teeth, and then we'll be back Tuesday. I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of time to breathe before then, so. Funny story, I actually work at Sega. Can you remind me what game we sent you, Bish? Yeah, my uncle works for Sega. Oh my god. I'll tell y'all next Tuesday. I want to keep some surprises. I promise not to poot during the stream. Can you imagine somebody donates a bunch and then somebody does the poot? So rude. So rude. Before we get into Ace Attorney, I have a pupper on my lap. I have a little dog. A little dog. Miss Poppy is here. Yeah. Poppy. Poppy. Look at me. Look at me. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. I've been trying to teach her that command. Meow. Look at this baked potato. Look at this tater. Oh yeah. Fully baked. Perfectly baked potato. Oh yes, the living spud! You do look like a little potato. You know, I should turn her into a baked potato costume for Halloween at some point too, because she looks so much like a potato. I could literally just put toppings on her back and she'd be a loaded baked potato. Yeah. You mean a baked potato? You want to be a baked potato? You want to be a baked potato? Yeah. You want to be a big potato? Yeah. Oh. He's like, yes, I want to be a big potato. Not a real baked potato. Just a fake one. Yeah. Oh. Oh, what happened? What happened? I have a feeling about what happened. I'm checking Tiltify. Oh! Oh! We're already at 50 pounds? Oh my god. Anonymous, thank you for raising awareness to such a wonderful cause. Oh my god. I feel bad I don't have my alerts on yet, because I'm not fundraising till next Tuesday. But thank you so much for donating 40 pounds for mermaids. Thank you, thank you. We are already at the first goal and we haven't even started yet. Thank you so much. So that means that we're gonna be doing Jackbox stream, Chef Squad, Gartic on stream, stuff like that. That unlocked a community game stream. So that's gonna happen after the charity week next week. All of the incentives I'm gonna be fulfilling after I come back from like a week-long break after the charity next week. So in a couple weeks, we will be doing that. But thank you so much to Anonymous, who donated 10 pounds, and Anonymous for the 40 pounds. I really do appreciate that. I'm not even fundraising yet, so thank you so much. That's very sweet of you, whoever that was. Thank you. No cheese. Yeah, I'll put sour cream, cheese, bacon bits. Gotta make her a little potato costume. No, I definitely hear something. Like, is it me? Is it me, Jesus? Like, is it my mic? No. I'm losing it. It's really not you, Ruuuvo? It's the freaking washing machine. Never mind. It's our washer dryer. Never mind. I was like, what is it? It's like a like, what the fuck is that? It's the laundry room. I'm sorry. It's our washing machine. I don't think you guys can hear it. It's very quiet, but I could hear it, so it was bothering me. You have Morse code? No, I just have a really obnoxiously loud washing machine that sounds like an airplane taking off, so... We have to do some late night washes because, again, we got to get ready for this weekend and pack and stuff like that, so we're washing stuff during the stream. We usually don't. So I usually don't hear anything. Okay, so I figured it out. That was gonna bother me. I was like, I swear to God, is there someone in the house? Are the chickens, like, outside of their pen? Cooking in the kitchen? Like, what's happening? Oh my god. What are you wanting, Poppy? I thought she was gonna hang out with me all stream. I'm patting her butt right now. Her little rump! Yeah! There's been 2 moments I've seen you gone serious over a weird noise, and both those times it's been nothing. I mean, hey, I gotta make sure everything's okay. I gotta stay aware of my surroundings. These are soundproof headphones, but I can still hear stuff. I am in Trials and Tribulations, and we're gonna hop in literally 2 seconds. Except it's been 2 seconds, so never mind. But yeah, we are in the middle of chapter 2, and we'll see how far we get. But I recently met Godot, and I like voice acting him because I literally just give him an ASMR voice, so. Lies and slander! I know, right? Okay, fine. Fine. Fine, I switched over! Let's see, yes? You can only see her nose! She was staring at me. It's a little nose was popping up. You gotta stay here with me. Okay. Let's go. So, I don't remember everything that happened last time, but I do have extensive notes. I do have that. Coffee Man, my beloved, yeah. I I have like mixed feelings on Godot. I just think he's so ridiculous. I don't dislike him. I think he's very fun to voice act, and he's a very fun character so far. And also, I can see the appeal, for sure. But he just likes to say things. He just says whatever he feels like. Oh yeah, sorry. Sometimes sub badges disappear and they just come back later. That's it. I don't know. Twitch glitches sometimes. Coffee Daddy. That basically. Basically, yes. Yeah, everyone's sub badges are disappearing. What the heck? Twitch! Fix this. Poppy, can you fix it? Instead of leaving me like you were trying to do. Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave me? Oh! No, 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 no. No. It's so quiet in here, isn't it? October 14, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Maya! What do you want to do? I thought she was gonna pass out on my lap for 2 hours, I swear. I really thought she was. Alright, never mind. Goodbye! Good God, that dog is cute! And also picky, because she doesn't want to hang out with me. Alright, whatever.
My sis? Sis? Slay!
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's still alive, inside your heart. Nicky boy!
Oh, Miss Delight.
Is it true that Detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night?
Give me a moment. Video game loud. Okay. My wife! I do enjoy Desiree. I do also enjoy her.
Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Cain Ballard?
It's all coming back to me. Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. I have a whole theory going on. I have a whole theory for what's going on here, so... Oh, October 14, 12:21 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. Oh. Is Phoenix a scrunkly? Is Phoenix a little scrunkly dude? He's a little scrunkly. Especially when he had coffee all over his face and the mug was like a little unicorn hat. Yeah. He was a little scrunkly there. The baby herself, Maya. He's a scrimblow blimblow. Blimblow? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Texas weather has been so bad. It was like 102 a few days ago. 100. Today was cool and it was 97. I mean, that's cooler than usual. 97. It's pretty intense. I'm hoping this weekend's not that hot, but we'll see. He's not nearly old enough to be a scrunkly. Okay, so he's a scrimblow blimblow. Got it. Very important distinction. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand.
Well, well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. Okay, yeah, so I just remember the very last thing that happened was we stormed into Atme's trial going on next door and said, wait! He might be guilty of murder! So then we brought him back into our courtroom, and that's the last thing that happened. My theory right now is that Atme and Ballard were working together to sell these artifacts that Ron was stealing as Atme was directing him to, and then maybe something went south and Atme wanted to take Ballard out to keep the money for himself or something, or he was gonna tell everyone what was going on, blah blah blah. And he framed Ron. So none of that's confirmed. That's just my theory, so don't tell me if it's true. I am still figuring all that out. But anyway, I have a little timeline here. For anyone who's new to my Ace Attorney streams, just tuning in, I have a little rainbow notebook with some little birdies that I've been adding. This is my Ace Attorney notebook where I take all my notes on what's going on in my chicken scratch handwriting. This is my timeline at the moment. So yeah. How many pages are we at? Let me see. One, two, three, four, 5, 7. I'm at 7 pages of random notes. Scrunkly actually means something if you want it to. Yeah, we interrupted the Canadian judge's trial. Yes. My headcanon is the Canadian judge is Udgy's brother. So like so one like grew up in Canada, the other one didn't? Are they like estranged? And they live separately in different countries? I use Scrunkly as this older character I'm a fan of. That's true. I usually see people use it that way. We're gonna have a dictionary definition of it in a few years. He does look very smug. Just wait till he has a mug on his head, though. They were separated at birth. Yeah, the judge lore. Wow, it's going so deep here. Scrimblow Bimblow means video game character I like. I love defining words that sound absolutely unhinged. Oh my god. Okay, not what it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask Damask.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Look at Me has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask Damask.
Indeed. It's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
So you continue to insist that you are in fact Mask Damask?
Of course.
Very well then, Look at Me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Cain Ballard was murdered and then subsequently died in this very silly position. Where were you at the time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks. Oh boy, here we go. Here's Coffee Daddy.
All right, Mr. Atme. The night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears.
We're all waiting.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor.
Atme is literally Gru with blonde hair. So his brother Drew.
I was stealing the urn as Mask Damask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask Damask was the same time as the murder.
All according to plan. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well.
Even the great Mask Damask cannot be in 2 places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive.
Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination.
A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
Who are you, frickin'... Oh, Franziska? I almost forgot her name.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
The only thing that's full of it is his alibi.
Cross-examination.
What if you just snip the end of the nose off? I can't be the only one thinking it! You are the only one thinking of that! You leave his nose alone. Oh, I hate this guy so much. Yeah, he's a jerk. Words mean whatever I want them to. That's that's how I feel sometimes. Like, I'll say a word and then someone's like, actually, that means something else. And I'll be like, well, you understood what I meant, didn't you? So. So, what's the problem? The judge is Yagami in his old age. Namco Scrunkly sounds like it's something stripped right out of The Sims. Namco Scrunkly! Shidori Nawana! Skalorpy! Coffee Daddy ASMR? I was struggling so hard trying to figure out what voice to give Godot because I wanted him to sound different, but I could not decide. We were trying out Italian, we were trying out, you know, like a bunch of different things, and then I just decided to lean into the mic really close, and that's what stuck. Why is he talking like Franziska? Yeah, get your own shtick, man. Italian? Mamma mia, that's a spicy coffee! That's all I can say in Italian. That's the only Italian I speak, so it didn't last that long. I feel like I was the actually guy at least one time. Maybe, but that's okay. I forgive you. Mario and my Ace Attorney, it's more likely than you think. I was stealing the urn as Mask to Mask, just as I announced I would. So, this photograph is the proof, correct? Look at this photograph.
Indeed it is.
And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask.
That is why I am called Mask to Mask.
Obviously. But conveniently, that also means there's no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean?
Huh. Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke Atme? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Mask to Mask to create an alibi?
Oh, what an interesting idea! Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice?
Accomplice? I'm not sure. If anything, I thought maybe it was like a dummy or a statue or something, but not like a person. I don't know. Y'all are killing me. I may also be Ace, but your Godot voice is something else. Well, thank you. He is Coffee Daddy, so... I didn't want to make him sound too ridiculous with the Mario voice, but... Oh god, I was a fan of the Mario voice, but the ASMR one is good too. As long as the voice is sexy, that's the only criteria. A sexy Mario voice. Oh, I'm trying to think of something to say. Oh god. I love and hate Atme's voice simultaneously. I mean, I don't like him, so if you don't like the voice, that's good. I want it to be annoying. Oh my god. Look at this photograph. We make that joke so much when I'm playing Ace Attorney, because they're always like, take a look at this photograph, and we're like, meme? 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 We're like a bunch of birds, like, meme? 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 It's me, it's meme. What would spicy coffee even taste like? I'm imagining ghost pepper seeds mixed into the coffee grounds. I think spicy coffee technically is a thing, because spicy chocolate is a thing. I have never tried it, though. You like what do you see? You like my spicy meatballs? Oh my god. I think there is spicy coffee, spiced with peppers and other things, I think. Chocolate used to be spicy, not sweet, so there's a chance. Oh, I didn't know that. It was like originally... originally spicy. You go to your local Starbucks and you see that Godot is your barista. What do you do? I had like 5 things cross my mind. I don't think I should say any of them. Oh. Godot? No. Go Daddy? Yes. A bunch of seagulls at the pier. Love me a good mole sauce. Oh yeah, true. Blueberry coffee is also a thing. Oh. I've heard of blueberry tea. Loud Italian ASMR. Do you have neighbors? I'm imagining you yelling that and they're like, what the fuck? We live in the countryside, so they probably don't hear anything now. Maybe. But they just hear like... Say it, but no, I'm not gonna say him. Say it with your whole chest. Oh my god. No. Hey Dan, welcome. Wait.
You ordered Italian sausage on your pizza? Huh? You ordered Italian sausage on your pizza?
Reported. The funniest nickname so far is Kadussi. When did we say Kadussi? Was that like 2 weeks ago when we first met him? Oh my god. Thank you, Italian ASMR. I'm gonna need you to cease. I can't make any promises. He put his whole Kadussi into that pizza. Can we quote that? Can someone quote that? Wait.
Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Put your whole Gadussi into it.
I can't do this anymore. Oh my god. I'm wheezing so hard I need my inhaler, but I can't find it. I'm dying. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me if you die. Oh, I can't afford it. Okay. I would probably order my regular and he would chuck it at me and tell me to drink good coffee. This is disgusting. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. My sexy list is very short, but that voice is at the top. Wow. A high honor. Stop. Reported. I'm dying. What quote did you want? What Flame said. He put his whole Gadussi into that pizza. Godot is gonna make me go die. Oh my god. I don't even know what to do. Give it up. If Luke Admin was at KB's security during the murder, then the Master Mask in this picture has to be a fake.
Then there really was an accomplice.
Thank you for the clip. But right now, I have no idea who it was.
I don't have any idea right now either. Also, what's a Gadussi?
You don't want to know, Maya. You don't want to know. Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's got to be another way, and I'm gonna find it. Oh, I've been broken so many times. Are you still thinking about the Gadussi? How could I not think about the Gadussi? Maya, no! He won't tell her. He won't tell her. It's fine. Don't say it. Then y'all stop saying it. Hey, Lamb, welcome. Godot really got that god. Can't say that. Well, Maya, when two men love each other very much, no. Oh. Godot has to be the accomplice because there's no way that this man is this good. I'm going to spontaneously combust. Godummy thick. I'm about to decease. Okay. In many ways. Oh my god. I can't even concentrate today. Dan's like, I'm out of here, man. I've had enough. Had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. Okay, so I could challenge what Atme is saying here, but I don't think I should quite yet. I'm gonna go listen to everything else first. But one of the things we're trying to figure out is... Gotta go to page 8. Here we go. Accomplice? Question mark? Okay. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Well, just wait till you find out he murdered somebody.
Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he would have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. So we'll probably want to challenge him on that. Pathetically easy job, okay. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct?
Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
I think it's gonna be the paint splotch. I think that's gonna show that it was actually taken after 1 a.m. and the timestamp is wrong. So, the very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that.
I'm gonna move my mic a little bit closer.
Indeed. It turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad blue melody.
It looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's got to be something phony in that photo. The time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder. So this will be what I probably respond to. Can you think of a reason why the paint is important? Don't want to be caught off guard like this game likes to do. Well, I vaguely remember last week we were talking to Andrews about that paint splotch and how the reason why there is a little rectangle missing from the paint is because the urn box was there. So that might have to do with the timeline of when she spilled the paint compared to when he picked up the urn. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure if that's gonna be it though, of course. I have to double check stuff, but that's where I'm thinking. That's where my thinking's going. About the camera that took this photograph.
Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking.
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
Well, yes.
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
I see. It looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious.
So this alibi is false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the Mask to Mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Okay. I am writing that down. These are my two options. But they're saying that he couldn't have altered this timestamp. I feel like there was one point in the story where, like, it was totally possible that he messed with it because he owned the computer program that, like, took the photo or something. Okay. So I'm gonna have to think about this. Cowboy has redeemed. Take a sip. Just say there's no way his nose can fit in the mask. There is your proof that he isn't mask to mask. Your Honor! His nose is too long. That's why. Hey, Skeleton, welcome. Piece Man has redeemed. Posture check. And I accidentally pressed a button. Oh, I can't handle this man's cheese hair. Oh. How about you just chomp his entire head if you look at it so much? Just snack on it at 3 a.m. If we can give Atme one thing and one thing only, he's like a textbook example of effective character design. Yeah, yeah. Godot is sipping for them. Yeah, there you go. Godot did it for me. Okay. So let's go ahead and press on the accomplice idea and see what happens. Oh, yeah. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. The man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That's why I am called Mask to Mask. Immediately, that also means that there's no way to tell who it really is. Are you saying this isn't Luke at me? It could be an accomplice. What an interesting idea. Are you saying that I had an accomplice? Name the accomplice. So that's the thing, I have to actually name the accomplice. I don't even know who I would say. It's Godot! It's Larry! I don't think it's Andrews. It wouldn't be the first time Andrews donned a costume in a case, but... Yeah, see, I don't even know who it would be. No, I don't think it's this. It's wrong! Oh. The mask in this picture has to be a fake, and there really was an accomplice. I have no idea who it was, though. Yeah, so it's probably an accomplice, but we don't really know who it is, so we can't prove it yet, basically. When is the Godot version of this emote coming out? Oh, but I couldn't replace Kiryu. I love him too much. That would be fitting, though. Your Honor, my client did it for a Scooby snack. You can't find them guilty for that. Anyone would do it. Okay, I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder. So this happened 2 weeks ago. Okay. So maybe Atme took the photo ahead of time before Andrews covered the paint with the statue. Because I remember that's how it happened. Andrews said that she spilled the paint, she dropped the urn, and the paint got on the urn. And then when the exhibit started, she moved the paint, she moved the statue of Ami in front of the paint to cover it. Okay, carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime. Moved again that night. So this should have been in the photo if it was actually taken that night. So if I want to prove the contradiction here, what do I show? Do I show the picture? Maybe? The picture itself, and I'm like, this is wrong. Let me save again. I don't know if I'm going about this the right way, but... Shake my head. You need to put your Gadussi into loving him. Shake my head. I didn't say you needed to replace Kiryu. I'm not a monster. Your Honor, he was just in a silly, goofy mood. Therefore, he cannot be guilty. Your Honor, my client was having a heated gamer moment. Your Honor, my client was /J, not /SRS. Your Honor, my client was getting tilted at the towers. His alibi is airtight. Okay, let me just present the photo and see if that works. No. Yeah. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Like, that's my idea, but I don't know how to go about it. Yeah, the time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same as the murder. And then the camera did go off 1 AM on the night of the crime. Taken by the camera on the night of the crime. Found in the shadow of Ami Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off of some clothing. Unless I'm going about this the wrong way, which is possible. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Adrian dropped the urns box 2 weeks ago. Let me present this. No? Okay. It's not that. Maybe I have to present to something else. Let me see. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. That was all 2 weeks ago. Let me look at the picture again. I mean, I don't know if this is relevant, but the box itself doesn't seem to have stains on it. I think that's kind of weird. But it might just be the art style or something. Let me just try one more thing and then I'm gonna go for a different angle here. Yeah, okay, that's not it, that's not it. Sorry! So maybe it's not this. Never mind. Your Honor, my client is just a little guy. He couldn't have killed. He's too little! Want you not to be my witness. It feels like this is what I need to respond to. Let me press on this again. It's all too clear what you're thinking. You think I altered the timestamp on the photo, don't you? I mean, the timestamp doesn't show the date, does it? It's just the time. So he could have done this another day. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, the staff printed the picture's data. Okay. There's no way the picture could have been altered. Huh. I better find something else that could be suspicious. So either Mask to Mask in the photo is fake, or the photo itself is fake. Well, they just said, how can the photo be fake? So it confuses me that he says that, but... Unless it really is the accomplice thing on this one. More than enough time to prepare. So on this one, Maya and Phoenix were saying how weird that he would let his reputation as an ace detective diminish by having the alibi where he gets something stolen right under his nose. His large nose. Hmm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I have ideas, but they're not really working. I might need a hint, I'm sorry. At the very least, I just need to know what I need to respond to. Either 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm thinking it's 4, but anything I can think of to respond to 4 with is not working. So it might just be the things I'm trying are not it. Or I need to respond to something else here. My client pleads on God, and therefore we motion for a verdict of just a prank bro. Oh, jeez. And yeah, so then they say that. Yeah. So I don't think the photo is fake. I guess that the mask-to-mask in the photo is a fake. Don't have the guide pulled up. No worries. Thank you for the assistance. So stealing the urn, just as I announced I would. Maybe I do need to... Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. Just in case it is actually the answer. I just don't know who the accomplice could be. I have no idea. If Luke Atme was at KB Security during the murder, then the mask-to-mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly. You had an accomplice.
Now remember, you've said that, Mr. Trite, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself.
That penalty is probably boiling hot, too.
So who is it, Mr. Trite? Who was the accomplice?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Phoenix burned! Oh. You! Yeah, I mean... I don't even know. Mask to mask! I don't think this is it. This feels wrong. It was Andrews! It was this person.
Huh. That's quite the prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is in fact the accomplice?
Well... The aura! The aura that this person has around them is... If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'd be right up there as the #1 suspect, Mr. Right. I jumped the gun on that one. You've pressed everything, right? I believe I have, yes. Yeah. I guess I'll go through it again. So, it's not this one. Damn, Judge. The judge is very judgmental. Sometimes. Press all the buttons. It's the professional thing to do. Sometimes it's the only thing to do. Alright, so Andrews hired you. That's right, it was over 20 days ago. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. Let me get some timeline stuff written down here. Maybe that'll help me here. Okay, so 20 days ago. Atme hired 10 days ago. Lordly Taylor. Calling card. Okay. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch. Okay. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. And then they pointed out this was weird He was always proud of his ace detective skills, but if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he would have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. Yeah? But then it's like, what do I present to that? Do I present his profile to this or something? I don't know, it doesn't feel quite right. But what I felt was right was wrong, so I don't know. He burned Phoenix more than Godot's coffee ever did. Wow. Their vibes are bad, Your Honor. They must be guilty. My evidence is that the defendant exhibits bad juju, Your Honor. Let's try some more random stuff. Okay. No. I am just shooting into the dark right now. I don't know. In this case, one turned out to be my witness. Blah blah. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. They provided the camera, there's no way I could have tampered with it. Means I could not have killed King Ballard unless I had an accomplice. The basement warehouse, and this picture that supposedly captures it. It's got to be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? Oh! Wait, this is different. Did I not frickin' press on this? Okay. All that dialogue looked familiar to me. Let's see. So maybe this is how I do it and I can point out the rectangular shape missing. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do? Let's save again. Maybe this is it. Okay. I finally find it. You betcha!
Are you implying that this picture is a fake?
You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Yeah, so it's the fact that the statue's not there, right? Very well. Then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny?
This face of his!
Okay, I think it's this. Yeah? Yeah? The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. Ah, blood! Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach-colored at that. From blood to peaches. The judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something should be there is nowhere to be seen. Something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Okay, so it was what I was thinking, but I guess I didn't actually press to that third dialogue? I swear to God I did, but I don't know. I don't know. My evidence is his Pinocchio nose. He must be a liar. I love the judge so much. I nearly asked if the judge is a kilf. Please, no. No! Well, Mr. Wright. What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
This one.
The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner.
Old bag? Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself, and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance.
Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? I mean, probably Atme. The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke Atme.
Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night.
That is indeed very simple. However,
why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, let's save again, shall we? Night of the Living Museum, Ace Attorney Edition. It moved by itself! What reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Luke Atme, you pretended to be Mask to Mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please, enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist?
My bad, had to step away. Oh, you're fine. I figured it out. Yes. I figured it out.
Is there a tiny cowboy and a tiny Roman soldier who have a romance?
God, I hope so. Okay. What am I doing? It's either this or this. No, the two that are having a romance are Nick and Godot. But what about Edgeworth? Nick, how could you? You dog. Okay, I think he was saying, where is the lie, right? Where is the lie in this photo? God. It's either the box or it's the stain. Okay, hold on, give me a second. That might be wrong. The lie is Mask to Mask. Are you saying that this Mask to Mask is a fake?
Huh. You know, I really wish you would start acting more responsibly.
Huh?
The current question is, why was the golden statue moved? What possible connection could there be with Mask to Mask's identity?
Oh, buggers. Your face has "oh, buggers" written all over it. Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing, didn't I? That's a penalty for you. Yeah. Goodness gracious. What reason did the witness have to move the statue? The reason can be found in the photograph. It's because of the paint. Okay, it's the paint. Oh. The fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed. That's why you had to move the statue. Yeah, where in this picture does this lie exist? Is it here again? This lie in the photo is somewhere around here!
Jumping to conclusions again, I think you need to take a gander in your local mirror.
As the Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie.
Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial. Oh man, now they're calling me a liar. Phoenix, I'm sorry! Jesus Christ. My brain is gone today.
Edgeworth is not in the picture.
Nick has 2 hands. Nick is a hoe, oh my god. Polly? Polly, welcome to the lawyer exclusive Polycule. Hey, Spy, welcome in. But his two hands are for Edgeworth and Larry! His school sweethearts. I know Godot smells like roasted coffee and vanilla, and I think that's sexy of him. We all agree Godot is the most sexy male character. We agree on that. I think we can agree on that. No, it's Gumshoe. To each their own. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move the statue? I mean, my thinking was move the statue. Is it the timestamp? I'm thinking that they wanted to move the statue because the statue was put there to block the paint. So if the statue is in the photo, what does that do to his alibi? I think it has something to do with the timeline. Give me a second. Is it, I thought I had a brain blast moment, then I was like, no, that can't be it. Okay. So I need to point somewhere in this photo that is the fatal flaw and the reason why he had to move the statue out of the way. I have like 3 different ideas, but I don't know. So I pointed at the stain. Maybe I pointed at like the gap where the stain isn't there, like the little square shape. Maybe I'm supposed to point at the actual stain itself. Otherwise I pointed like at the box that he's holding, and that counted as mask to mask being a fake, which was not the answer anyway. So it's not the box area slash the mask, and it wasn't the gap in the paint. So I can only guess that it's the timestamp, or it is the paint spot itself. So I could just try both of those things, and then if that's not it, then yeah, I'll have to think more about it. But I mean, yeah, I can't see it being something else here. The fatal flaw and the reason why he would have to move the statue. Let me try the timestamp itself and see what happens. And I'll save here so I don't have to do this again. Okay. The evidence is here. No, 1 inch to the right. Man, yeah, I'm sorry. I keep getting stuck on this. Okay. An alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed. Okay, that's why you had to move it. Where in the picture does the lie exist? Let's try the timestamp. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atney went to KB's security and murdered Cain Ballard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. Okay. It was a freaking timestamp. All right. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed besides the warehouse door?
Well,
The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atme had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. Okay, that's what I was thinking. All right. Thanks so much for the follow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, God. It's frustrating because, like, I basically know what happened in this case. There's little details here and there that I don't quite know yet. But then the problem is I have to figure out how to prove it or when to prove it. So I keep getting a little bit like bogged down and like, okay, maybe it's the paint. No, it's not the paint. Okay, what else could it be? Because I'm thinking about the paint right now. Oh, it's a timestamp. Okay, duh. So, oh. Wah. Poor Bishi trying to use brain power and chat's just like, hee, sexy man. That's okay. Y'all entertain yourselves while I'm stuck. That is totally fine. Gosh. He smells like incense and aftershave. Gumshoe is peak performance, but Godot is underwear model built. Oh my god. Oh. Larry smells like Axe body spray. Take it back. Coffee incense. I love the smell of coffee. I don't even like coffee, but the smell is good. Yeah. I have an idea, and you're just like buried under like Godot, sexy man, sexy man. It's okay, I got it. Oh. I just noticed how tiny his hands are. Look at them little hands. What? Yeah, I like coffee and tea. I'm more likely to drink tea just because like it won't make me jittery, but I prefer coffee to tea oftentimes. I like warm chamomile and iced sweet tea in general though. Does this judge know someone high up, or like did he cheat on some tests? Maybe both. You bet he cheated on his test. I love chamomile tea, yes. Chat is spilling tea, as the kids say. The idea was the times that, yeah, so. I got it, but thank you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I like jasmine and green tea, but that's about it. Love most coffees. Judge only has this job for the drama. Everything else is secondary. I was talking about Mask to Mask in the photo. He has little hands. Tiny little hands. I think also his sleeves are huge, so they make his hands look smaller. All right. He took this picture days before the murder took place, so I guessed that earlier. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Ah. So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Huh? Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo. Gwa! Finally making him nervous. Order! Order! Mr. Atme, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer! According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. Yeah, that's what I was thinking! That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Order! Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. 11 cups of coffee. I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good to the last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point. So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied.
Which is?
That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams.
That's very true.
No way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask.
Yes?
If there's no funny business in your actions as Mask Damask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. The sacred urn heist. Amelia has redeemed. Howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. That's the one where I gotta talk like a Texan, right? Let me see. Yep. Yes, sirree! Alright, that means I gotta talk like this for just a few minutes. Let's see now. Oh. The Godot voice is so good. Well, now if Godot speaks, he's gonna sound like this, real close to the mic. So let's see if we can get that to happen. Godot is furiously vibrating because of the caffeine at the moment. We just can't see it because he's good at hiding it. Texan Godot! The whiplash of Godot's voice followed by Udgy. This man was made to have people shrimp after him. Abso-shrimpin'-lutely. TikToks has proven to me that people have some of the weirdest fictional crushes. I've seen so many ghost face edits, I'm not joking. Oh god. Wait, Country Godot can be sexy. It depends on how I do it. That depends. Oh. Judge was definitely dating Police Chief Gant. Udgy and Gant kissed after getting Chili's happy hour margaritas. That's so specific. Oh, you finally tried boba. Nice. It was taro and pretty tasty. Definitely become my go-to. That sounds wonderful. I love the idea that all the judges in the courthouse have a secret room where they spill the tea on cases. They call it their chamber. That's why they say, cancel, I will see you in my chambers. I wonder if there's anyone who's genuinely attracted to Atme. I bet there is 100%. I feel like for every character, there's somebody probably out there. All right. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. It's gonna be all the same pitch, but with southern accent. The urn was placed in a box in Zavari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. If you didn't like his voice before, you definitely don't like it now. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
That's pretty much all the stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave us. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? He's like an old sheriff now.
Zavari!
Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. This is kind of tough, y'all. It's kind of tough.
I
first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? This no longer is in LA, this is now in the Wild West. This is a court case in the Wild West now. Everyone talks like this. Oh gosh. Ace attorney, but everyone is Lotta. Southern judge hit different. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews. Indeed! It seemed that they had heard of my Zavarkling reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. The urn was placed in a box and Zvari was then sent to the warehouse. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn. And she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Oh, interesting new tidbit. Tidbit! Unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, look at me, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. Extremely valuable? You mean this calling card? That's right, that is without a doubt my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. Then no one entered the basement warehouse. Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. Alas, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. I'm gonna stop doing the southern accent. It's too much, but the next time Godot speaks, I'll try it. I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed! To be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken. That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record.
Not a lot to go on, is there?
That detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
All right then, how do we do that?
There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
We need to prove that he's lying.
Okay, so we need to prove he saw the urn before the photo? Or the night of the crime, yeah. Before the crime. Oh gosh. I went to bed, it got too hot, and now I can't go back to sleep. I'm sweaty. Oh no! I'm sorry, love but welcome back in. Herlock Sholmes travels to early America Ace Attorney game. I just want to see more Herlock, certified himbo detective. Alright, let's see. I first received the request about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and Zvari, it was then sent to the warehouse. I was unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was extremely valuable, so I sent my card 10 days before. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smooth. And then I held the urn for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. The speckled urn. I noticed this, I want to say like 20 minutes ago or something when I was looking at it. I think it's really weird that he describes the urn as speckled. Because it does not look speckled in this photo, does it? So I think that he means the paint that's splattered on it makes it look speckled, which means that he did see it. Yeah, this looks speckled. So I'm gonna save. And I either need to present the urn or, you know, let me present this. Okay, I might have gotten it first try. Mr. Atme, if you really are Mask to Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct?
But of course!
Okay, here's Southern Godot.
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there's no way that Mask to Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Track.
He sounds like, I'm making him sound like, oh my god, what's his name? Red Dead Redemption man. Oh god. What's his name? What's his name? I'm blanking. Arthur! Arthur Morgan! he, to me, I would make him sound like Arthur Morgan. Oh my god, thank you. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse. The urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. Phew. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water.
Quack, 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 quack.
What was that? What kind of sound effect is that? Oh boy. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Grr. All right, that did it. He's broken.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh?
Huh. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask to Mask, and now we're calling him a murderer. We live in a society. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point. No way. Don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Ballard? Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point!
I wasn't looking. Did he actually say we live in a society? No. He did not say that. Why is his sweat dripping from his nose?
Motive, Mr. Wright, motive! Might you, my merry murderous motive, manifest? Nick, he's getting his second wind, and he's doing alliteration. I'm scared.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were.
I'd be honored to, sir, old-timer.
They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Motive for murder. I'm gonna save again. I love when streamers ad-lib dialogue I know super well, keeping the voice. It gets me.
And I love doing it. I think it's very fun. I, Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever.
Uh-huh. Just looking over the evidence since we're moving into like this second phase now. Okay, Tear of Emanon. We have Tear of Emanon here. So there is some kind of connection there. Okay.
Cain Ballard decided to investigate Mask to Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Ballard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Ballard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Ballard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask to Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Ballard. Truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Cain Ballard, blackmailed the defendant? This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Ballard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. Oh, what? Okay, that's interesting. So I was thinking that Luke wrote it, but I still think Ballard and Luke were working together, so maybe Luke wanted to kill Ballard, but Ballard thought that they were going to kill Ron to get rid of their evidence and share the money amongst themselves. And then Luke was like, well, I can just keep all the money for myself and not split it with anyone. Okay. So Ballard wrote the blackmail letter. So this, I mean, it throws a little bit of a wrench in my theory, but it still works, I think. Blackmail letter updated in the court record. Found in Ron Delight's room, written by Ballard. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. I, Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Cain Ballard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight.
Okay, so I don't think we get anything there. Oh my god. I was helping my mom with some stuff outside. My dog, at some point, dug a muddy hole. My mom filled it. I came inside to get something to drink. By the time I went back out, he dug the same hole up. Stubborn dog. You gotta put like a rock in the hole or something, man. Let's see. Cain Ballard decided to investigate Mask to Mask and simply mistook who he was. Okay.
Mistook? That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take in error.
That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Mask to Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course.
Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. I don't know. Press harder. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Mask to Mask?
Don't Don't you already know that? Zvari, take a look at this newspaper.
Oh. Oh, that's the famous Tear of Amanon, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article and Zvari. He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask.
I see.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
This is weird. Don't come for my boy Ron like that. He is not ugly. Your Honor, he's reaching! The dog will simply take the rock out. He has a history of collecting rocks. I kept 3 of them. Oh my god. I mean like a small boulder. A giant rock, so to say. One that he can't move. It's your only option. Let's see, it's Mr. Ballard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. The handwriting is without a doubt the victim's?
There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee?
This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant.
I wonder.
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought, for the first time in my life. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Huh. Like, what if it was for Luke? Okay, maybe we can work with that. Objection, Your Honor. My client is a 7 at worst. Oh, God. His penguin-looking self has no room to speak.
Whoa, do you have any evidence of that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter.
Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
I'm not. It was again Mr. Ballard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Sent it to Ron Delight. Okay. We'll come back to this. It was again Mr. Ballard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. What do you mean by that?
Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zvari. KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Cain Ballard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief.
Here is a file that we discovered in Mr. Ballard's office. Evidence that Mr. Ballard was receiving money through blackmail.
However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Ballard the money, even though he wasn't actually mask to mask?
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance.
Mr. Ballard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is mask to mask. So they were saying that this is proof of blackmail. Interesting. Do you really think that story is going to hold up?
That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid.
What do you mean?
I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight.
The music!
Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him.
That's Godot doing a Desiree impression.
Ha! Well, Mr. Trite. What'd you think of my impression?
Ugh, was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now? He literally was.
I thought he was actually pretty convincing. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Ballard. Truly a tragedy.
Oh my gosh. Nice game. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Welcome in. This voice, I'm so sorry. I sincerely apologize for this voice.
So, you're going to try to connect Detective Atme to Mr. Ballard, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Alright. Let's see. So I think this is what I need to present something to, and I need to figure out what it is. Let's save real quick. Okay. This is indeed my first playthrough, yes. I started playing the Ace Attorney trilogy sometime last year, and now I am in Chapter 2 of Trials and Tribulations, so I've been making my way through the trilogy, and once I'm done with Trials and Tribulations, I'm gonna play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles for the first time as well. But yeah, I'm definitely a big Ace Attorney fan now. Me and my partner are planning on cosplaying as Phoenix and Edgeworth because we love them. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited, having a good time here. So, Mr. Ballard wrote the blackmail letter, but wasn't meant for Ron. Let's think about this. No spoilers, but in my opinion, the best one of the trilogy. I've heard that from a lot of people, yeah. A lot of people say that Trials and Tribulations is probably the best one out of the three. I'm having a ton of fun with it so far. Even the tutorial case, Chapter 1, was very, very good for a tutorial case. So yeah, I'm liking it a lot so far. All right, let's look at the blackmail letter again. Found in Ron's room, written by Ballard. Oh! If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. So this was 100% for Luke. Oh, I was confused by that line in the beginning when I first read it, like red diamond. And then Luke was just gloating about that red diamond. Yeah. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme?
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's all right.
When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction.
Contradiction?
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
You're one to talk.
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior?
Oh my god! Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright! Show us those manly fists of yours! Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter! Huh? I guess this because it doesn't have the red diamond listed. I guess that's what he means? I don't know what else. Doesn't know where Phoenix gets off, huh? This case in particular is my less favorite. The defendant is so annoying. I don't like the defendant, for sure. That's why I gave him an annoying voice. But, you know, I'm still having fun with it. I'm still liking it. I think I've liked pretty much all the cases except for one of the cases in the last game. I was like, about it. It was the circus one. I feel like most people don't like the circus one anyway, so I'm not alone in that. But yeah, other than that, I think I've had fun with almost all of them. Some definitely more fun than others, of course. The tutorial case was really fun. I actually really liked that one. All right, let's do this. Is that not it? Maybe?
Ha. A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me.
Is that not it? Damn it. I think you mean 1-2 punch? Mr. Right, try thinking things through a little more before finding fault with others. Okay, so he's saying point out the contradiction in the blackmail letter. Let me think about that. So the contradiction is supposed to be the red diamond. So where else is there a red diamond? I mean, the red diamond you received the other day instead, 50,000. So it's not Kane's list. Okay. Maybe it's Ron's testimony. I don't think so though. That is weird. I really thought that was gonna be it. Let me see. We have the Tear of Emanon, and this article mentioned. Boop, 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 boop. Is it a profile thing? I don't think so. That is odd. Okay. Maybe it's not actually the red diamond, it's something else in the blackmail letter, and I just happened to pick the right thing, but it wasn't because of the diamond? Okay. Sure felt that punch, Your Honor. Let's try reading the blackmail letter one more time. There's got to be something off about it somewhere. I mean, yeah, but I don't understand what he wants me to do here. Okay, give me a second. Okay, let's present the letter again. Okay. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Don't know where walking contradiction like you, blah, blah, blah. You're one to talk. Okay. Save again. Huh. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior? Time to man up. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Do I just present the letter again? I mean, I don't know what it's asking me. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the letter? Can you, like, let me point at the part of the letter that's contradictory? Okay, maybe I'll present the letter? I don't know. I love Ronnie. I want to cosplay him. I like his hair. That would be fun to try to cosplay, huh? Big Top Turnabout is trash compared to the rest of the series. Yeah, yeah. For lots of different reasons. The envelope is the wrong shade of green. Just in general. It's not a good shade. Oh. Why did Godot's single ha make me wheeze? He does it all the time. He's just like, ha. And that's it. Present the letter again? Ha. What do y'all want me to do? Show us what you've got there. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond you received the other day instead. So maybe it's not the red diamond, maybe it's like the $50,000. So let's think of it that way. It's not even like I'm trying to do trial and error. I thought I had the right idea, but I didn't. So we have the Tear of Emanon, a jewel, and that is blue, so it's not the red diamond. We have a crown, that's an artifact, of a sculpture, a painting, so it's not mentioned here. Okay. And then also the $50,000 isn't mentioned there. Maybe I do the testimony. Stealing as directed by blackmail letters. I was just so convinced it was the red diamond. I don't see anything that can help me with the red diamond, specifically. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Who decided on chartreuse for an envelope's color? Shake my head. A terrible choice. It hurts my eyes. Atme would 100% be fun to cosplay as, I would imagine. Oh, probably. I think Atme would be fun to cosplay, just act stuck up and sketchy the whole time. Want help? Not yet. I'm still thinking. Yeah, in general, I don't want backseat gaming, but I do ask for help every now and then, so of course, when I ask for help, feel free to jump in, but I'm still thinking. Alright, let's look at the letter one more time. So, from the beginning. Found in Ron's room, written by Ballard. So it's 100% written by Ballard, and what we were trying to prove is that it was not sent to Ron. It was not intended for Ron. My thinking was, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. And I took that as, oh, he meant for this to go to Luke. So maybe I present Luke? The profile for Luke? If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM, bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond you received the other day instead. Maybe it's just supposed to be Luke's profile. No? Yes? No. God damn! Oh my god. Okay, never mind. So it's not the actual letter that I just present again. It's not the record of the different items and their prices. It's not Luke's profile. Okay. And this is not me, like, necessarily doing trial and error until I figure it out. If I was doing that, I would just be presenting everything without any thought put into it. I'm presenting what I think might be the answer, and it's just not right. You know? So, okay. The contradicting evidence in the content of the letter. The letter talks about... Maybe it's the date? Is it like 1 AM October 12th? October 12th was the day of the crime, correct. Yeah, 10/12 at 1 AM. Cerebral hemorrhaging from blood trauma. First heist guard in photo is Ron Delight. Okay. You know what time it is, lend Bishi your brain cells! Oh. Welcome back in, Skeleton. Internet's not working, is not working well. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, jeez. And I mean all of them. Oh my god. Bishi doesn't have any brain cells! I mean all of them! Give them up, yo! Don't leave any behind! I swear the answer is gonna be super obvious. As usual. Okay. The content of the blackmail letter. Yeah, so it's gonna be something here. So I don't think it's the time or the day. Ban an in-game action. Ban from using your brain cell. Well, you heard him, folks. I'm not allowed to think anymore for 5 minutes. Thank God. Stand there for 5 minutes. You can see the clarity already. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll take a hint. I'll take a vague hint. As vague as you can make it. I do still want to try to figure it out, but I think I need a little push in the right direction, so... I'm looking at the contents of the letter. I see 1 a.m., October 12th, $50,000. I see the red diamond. I don't think that 1 a.m. or October 12th are the contradiction. $50,000. I don't know if there's something that addresses it. The first thing you put on a letter before you send it. Like a stamp? Golly! Oh, like an address? So how would I prove that with evidence? Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Well, I think they addressed that earlier because they said that there was no addressee, right? So they couldn't say, like, who it was for. I'm trying to prove that it wasn't Ron. You're so much more patient than me. I would have snapped by now. Screw this game! I'll throw the controller. Oh. It's kind of frustrating. Like, sometimes I'm just, like, getting things one after another and I'm able to put all the pieces together really quickly. And the stream goes really smooth, and then there's days like this where I just keep getting caught on things like, what? What is that? You know? Oh, okay. So it's 100% written by Ballard. It was found in Ron's room, but... the first thing you put on the letter before you send it. I think of stamp, I think of an address. Before you send it. I just don't see evidence that corresponds to what I'm thinking. Good Lord. That's the thing, like, it's asking me to present evidence that shows the contradiction in the letter. I mean, is it Ron? Do I show Ron? You know? I feel like it's a profile. I don't think it's like physical evidence at this point, because I don't see anything. Dun, dun, dun. The crime. Blah, blah, blah. Used to work as a guard. Acknowledge she's mask to mask. Is it Ron? I don't think it's Ron. Yeah, it's not Ron either. Okay. That was just me throwing something out there again. I might need a better hit. That's not doing it for me. I'm sorry. I don't usually get this stuck, but good lord. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Am I not reading the descriptions hard enough, maybe, of all the evidence? That tends to happen sometimes. I'll miss like a little detail here and there. I keep getting stuck on the fact that like that red diamond is why I chose to present the blackmail letter, and then I don't really have a way to show that. I had a timer for not using my brain cell and it just went off. Oops. That's me massaging your brain. Yes, thank you. It definitely needs one. I've been so stressed lately. So stressed. I'm losing brain cells from all this stress. That's what's wrong. Send before a heist. Emblem is top secret. I don't want to look up the answer, but... Ron's secret identity. I should present... the mask? Really? Is that it? I don't think so. No. I thought you were helping me out. Maybe you still are. Let me see. What the heck? Maybe it's this. This is like the worst I've ever been stuck before. Another hint. Time is important. Time is important. Time. Okay, so maybe something to do with the date. Or this. It has that timestamp that should be wrong, right? Let me see. KB security at 1 a.m. on October 12th. This is at 58. It's not quite right. Was there a hint from Flame as well? I'm not sure. Time is important, and what do you do before you send a letter? I swear, I'm gonna edit out this whole part of the stream. I'm gonna be like, no, I was stuck on this for 30 minutes. Unacceptable. Oh no. The thing you put on a letter before you send it. Time is important. Okay, I've got your 2 hints. The evidence in the blackmail letter that are contradicting. Sorry, I was playing Xenoblade 2. Sorry, I was playing Street Fighter 6. I can't come up with a way to give you a hint without being way too obvious. Okay. I'm trying to work off of the vague hints, and I do appreciate y'all trying to give me vague hints. I know y'all who know the answer are just like, come on, it's right there. I know. I appreciate y'all's patience. Simply put a montage of your head floating around when you were doing the no brain cell face when you edit the stream. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Take a screenshot. Okay. My God. Okay. I would help, but can't for the life of me remember this part of the case. It is okay. It's absolutely fine. I appreciate any help from y'all that's like not too obvious, so I still have to think about it. It's just that I'm trying and failing to think about it. So, oh man. Time is important. Something you put on a letter before you send it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me just present the photo. No, yeah. Oh my god! Anytime I think maybe that's it, it doesn't work. Maybe. At this point, it is becoming trial and error because I just can't think. I can't think anymore. I have answers for so many questions that this case has not even asked me yet. I'm like, oh, I know what I'm gonna present for that and that and that. But then it sends me something like this and I'm like, oh, great. Something I didn't think about. Did I already do the calling card? See, now I'm losing track of what I presented. Did I already show the calling card? Warehouse camera went off once at 1 AM, then I had a crime. I'm just not seeing connections with anything here to the letter, specifically. Okay, I'm gonna start writing down things that I've presented that didn't work. So I presented the letter itself. I presented, the security cam photo. I presented... Let's see... I presented Kane's list. That was my first thought. That was not it. Thanks so much for the follow. Well, I'm stuck severely in this game. Thank you. Oh my god. What else have I presented? So I presented a couple profiles as well. I presented Luke himself. That was not it. I presented Mask. That was not it. I presented Ron. That was not it. I might need an obvious hint at this point. I think I've been stuck on this long enough to justify getting a little bit of hand-holding here, so feel free. Feel free. The badge is the contradiction. Of course! It's always the badge. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my god. Like, at this point, I just want to keep going so that we can make some progress today, man. Oh. I don't remember if I tried the calling card. This is an iffy hint that will probably work. Who has a secret identity? Who has a secret identity? Well, I tried Ron, I tried Luke, I tried literally mask to mask. Kane Ballard. Your dad's reading in the morning? Oh my god. See, I wasn't thinking this at all. Let me try to find the connection before I say it. Huh. We have the Tear of Emanon. So he was saying a contradiction in the... Okay, so maybe what it is the letter mentions the red diamond, but then we only know that Mask to Mask, who we think is Ron right now, or no, is Luke, right? This one is blue, so the contradiction is that he shouldn't have a red gem, he should have a blue gem? Okay. I see that now. All right. Oh, good lord. I'm sorry. I was thinking about the diamond 100%, but I was like, well, what? There's nothing that talks about the diamond, and don't clap for me. Don't clap for me. I did not think of that. I'm not taking any credit for anything that just happened. I appreciate it, but see, that's kind of the way I was thinking when I did Kane's list. I was thinking, well, in Kane's list, we have the Tear of Emanon listed, we have all these other jewels, but we have nothing that's a red diamond. So I was trying to do what the newspaper does with this. A lot of the answers are visual too. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just didn't think of it that way. I saw the Tear of Emanon mentioned here, and I was like, well, maybe this would work. But I wasn't thinking, oh, the gem is blue, it's supposed to be red. Like, I just knew that the red diamond was the key there, but I just did not think, oh, because this mentions a blue gem, wait, it's supposed to be red. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Anyway, maybe you don't know what I mean. That's okay. My brain works in mysterious ways. Oh, I will say this case is critiqued by some for having evidence that needs to be presented at this specific part make no sense because there's far better ways to demonstrate the contradiction. Thank you. So maybe I'm just experiencing what most people have, where I was thinking it makes sense to have this list of, you know, Kane's list because that directly ties to Ballard. But instead it was actually the newspaper that shows the gem is the wrong color. But anyway. Thank you for the assistance. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color.
Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Master Mask stole at all. It's the one that Luke's wearing on his hand, for God's sake! He literally talked about it earlier.
And your point is, Mr. Trite?
Anything I'm doing, I'm just like, ha ha. Just like, time to be Godot.
So, you are trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Right?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Ballard was actually blackmailing. That should be Luke. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme.
Do you have some sort of basis for that claim?
Oh my God! Let me save. You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Ballard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Ah! And see, I knew this! I knew this! But how to prove it, I couldn't figure out. Order! Order in the court!
It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that.
Kane Ballard blackmailing Luke Atme? Are you for real?
Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Ballard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atme killed Kane Ballard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as an ace detective, Master Mask, a blackmailer. He wanted to keep secret that he was a blackmailer. That should be the answer. Order in the court. I'll get a number 4 with an extra order of fries.
I want a Happy Meal.
I'll say the blackmailer. I mean, a blackmailer, yeah. Luke Atme was a blackmailer.
Hey now, Isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Cain Ballard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
Ugh, you have to admit that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Cain Ballard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Mask to Mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Now we're getting somewhere! Shh! Silence!
Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What is?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you...
You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron Delight? In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence.
During the first crime,
How did Luke Atme know that Ron Delight was Mask to Mask?
that's probably gonna be the newspaper again, right? I think I see it.
See what?
It's not this. When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
This newspaper clipping. Oh, I got it. It has a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Mask to Mask was really Ron Delight. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Mask to Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Love the report card bit. Yeah, he's dragging him.
Why, you? How dare you expose me like that?
Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also Mask to Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why, you? How dare you even dare? Could I ever fall to such lovely depths? Why not try doing something yourselves with those big maths of yours? You're real fools. Fools, I say. None of you can compare to my genius. You're all just jealous. So gone. So discount her. Come over here. There's nothing here. It's a technique cannot handle blackmail, murder, threats, so I got away with it all. Ah! It's enough to make one laugh.
God. Are you done? Are you done, sir? It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme. Oh? Yeah, I didn't think we were done yet.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
Well, what do you mean by that? Sounds a little suggestive. I've already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
But that's my job.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB's security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No. No way! Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Ballard's office on that night. Alright. Let's see if I can do it.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Trite, I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security, and the defense can prove it. The defense can prove it with evidence. Are you sure?
Ha! Don't you worry. I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces.
Very well then, let's see this proof of yours. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night. All right, now we've got to do things. Okay. Oh no. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night. All right, let's see. Let's start from back here. Oh, it might be this, because a third person was in the room during the murder, aside from Ron and aside from the victim. So maybe the buzzer record would be it. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep that in mind. And whoever pressed the buzzer was wearing gloves, which Luke Atme always wears gloves. We have proof that Ron was there. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night. It could also be the letter, because the letter is addressed to Luke from Ballard, telling him to be there. Okay, I think it's gonna be one of those two. So let me try my first idea. If it's not this, I'm going to try the letter. Let me try the letter first. This is the proof. Probably not. Yeah. It's true. That is very important. However, I'm not so foolish as to think that will pass for evidence here. Okay. That's fine. I have another idea. Unless I can't prove it, but let me try to prove it with one other thing. Are you sure? Like, maybe I'm not supposed to prove it, but let me see. Proof that he was at KB Security. Now, this doesn't place Luke specifically, so it is a shot in the dark. It's the only other thing I can think of. It's not. Okay, so maybe I can't prove it. Let me see what happens when I say no, I can't prove it. Because those are the only two things I can really see being that. Can't prove it? Is this just gonna end the case? I can't prove it. Just as I thought. But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony...
Unfortunately, That's as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
I don't know. Is it supposed to go this way? Order! Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means...
He will be innocent as far as the murder of Cain Ballard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Cain Ballard's murderer. Maybe that's a game over? Oh no! Is it game over? Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atme, will go free. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? I mean, yeah. Oh man. Maybe that's game over there. Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atme. Oh? I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice. No way. Yep. Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! It's Mia! So I wasn't supposed to have anything to show. Okay. They scare me sometimes when they go on and on and on like, oh no, it's all over. You lost. And then I'm fine. I'm fine. Hey, Esper, welcome. Welcome in. There she is. There she is. Luke Atme said, love wins. Love wins. Gay rights. This is the true power of the Kudain channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now, you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but... Something else that's true is that Lex just subscribed for 14 months in a row. Oh my goodness, over a year. Welcome in, Lex. Thank you so much for subscribing. Ruuuvo, I don't have any other stars. I am still out of stars for the star jar. But if you don't have a moment, I'm gonna write Lex's name down. I'm gonna take note and make you a star when I'm able to. So I will do that as soon as I can. But you continue to have access to all of our emotes and our sound effects and our other sub-only commands and stuff like that. I'll make you some more soon. Yeah, we gotta stock up on these stars, man. We gotta stock up. But yeah, thank you again so much for that support, Lex. I really appreciate it. This one's a big old scare of, you failed, this is the end, and Mia goes, Uno reverse card. That's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all.
There's a contradiction there!
I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with my full force of my ace detectiveness.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
Nothing.
Something's up with Mr. Godot.
Oh, Sir Lawyer! It looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at...
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you...
He's switching sides! He saw Mia and he was like,
maybe I'm on the wrong side of things.
He already had his 17th cup of coffee. He wants the trial over. It appears Mia is the only one to rival Godot's sexiness. Very well then, Mr. Look at Me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. You guys keep saying this. You guys keep saying it's my last chance.
Okay, the last testimony. There better be nothing else after this. Let's save after all of that. Okay.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request.
Huh.
I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints.
We already covered this though. The reason why Ron was not the one who pressed it was because he was unconscious. He was unconscious, and also, why would he press the buzzer to alert the guards if he committed a murder? Nothing makes sense there.
And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel.
Are you trying to say he's like colorblind or something, man? Come on.
Zvari! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
Everything he said was so wrong. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. Are you shitting me? The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Look at Me's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec. Just one chance? It seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix,
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. So she's giving me a hint by saying, find the contradiction without using evidence. So maybe like those times where you press and then there's like press harder, stuff like that. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17. The last cup.
The last cup. There's his 17th cup of coffee.
It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Ah. Remember, you only get one chance.
Okay. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. So I can't press whatever I feel like. I have to press only one thing. I am definitely saving. The last, final, definitive, last chance. There it is. There is the 17th cup of coffee. It is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. Thanks to the key card and the wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. I think that's true. Once at 1:02 a.m. Okay. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. I'm a little questionable about this. The blackmail letter. The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. Does he have someone refill the cup for him, or is it a new cup every time? Ruuuvo is in charge of his coffee. It's a new cup every time. He's got a lot of mugs. At least 20 mugs. I guess at least 17, but we're gonna round it up and say he has 20 of those. Okay. I guess this is also true. Ron was wearing his outfit, and he did not leave any prints. There's 20 mugs just in case there are accidents. It's very muggy in that courtroom then. $17, and then 3 for emergencies. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, this is stressing me out. Okay. The blackmail letter.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The victim likely mistook the color of the jewel. Maybe it's this one, because this is kind of like the most outlandish. Like, how would he mistake 2 different colors? So let me see. I'm not presenting evidence, I'm just looking. So we have the Tear of Emanon mentioned here. But this needs to be a fatal flaw. Is this a big enough flaw for it to be the one? I'm not sure. Buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12 in the CEO's office. No fingerprints on this. Connected to the security guard office. I mean, how can you confuse the gem color when it's printed in color in the newspaper? Tear of Emanon. Okay. Let's start from the beginning again. I mean, I'm assuming... I guess just confirm something for me so I don't waste more time. Whatever I press is supposed to be my final answer. This is my one shot, right? So if I press on the wrong thing, I will lose? Is that what it was implying? Or am I taking it extreme? Yes, I think, like, that's what I feel like it's implying, right? I just want a confirmation that that's true. Like, I can't press on anything unless I think that it's the right answer, right? I can't just press on everything and decide, you know? Because I'm not presenting evidence, that's what Mia said. It's true, I was not at Lordly Taylor. Yeah, you have to press on the right part. Okay, just making sure. It's true, I was not at Lordly Taylor. I guess he means I wasn't at Lordly Taylor at 1 a.m. That is correct. Okay, thank you. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. Okay. I knew about the date beforehand. So I had this photograph ready. I knew about the date beforehand? Now, how does that make sense? I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rondelay. I mean, how did he know that a murder was going to happen before it happened? Maybe it's this. I had known about the date beforehand, so I decided I had this photograph ready. How did you know it was October 12th that the murder was going to happen? Okay, so what's the timeline here? So Luke receives the blackmail letter from Ballard. I believe we confirmed that that was true, right? And this blackmail letter, he would be exposing his identity as a blackmailer of Ron. I think that him confusing the color red and blue is iffy. I think that just the mere fact that he says that Ron pressed the buzzer is iffy. There's a few things I see as iffy, but nothing that I'm like, oh my god, that's it. That's the answer, 100%, you know? So I'm still thinking, but... I mean, this tells him to go to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th. But... I'm so scared because I only get one shot at this. And I don't want to mess up. I really don't. I had known about the date beforehand. I mean, that's just so weird to say, right? My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron. Thanks to the key card and the wallet, it was abundantly clear that Ron was there. That's true. Right. Found a KB Security at around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. Found in Ron's wallet, used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 a.m. I was able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it.
Victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Which is true because Luke was the killer, and he sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. He was wearing the outfit, but he didn't even press the buzzer. The victim likely mistook the color of the jewel. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. Like, this is iffy. He just mistook the color. I was not at Lordly Taylor. So he's saying that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor. He left to do some other random job. What random job? Ugh. I knew about the date beforehand, so I had the photograph readied. Maybe it's this. Oh, I don't want to make the wrong choice. I'm so scared. I don't even want to try anything. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Oh. How would he know about the date beforehand? How is that possible? Let's think about that. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Do you want a subtle hint? As subtle as you can make it, yes. As subtle as you can make it. I just don't know if I'm on the right track here with my thinking. Like, honestly, I think it's weird that he says he knew about the date beforehand, and I feel like that would be a pretty fatal flaw. Like, wait, how did you know? Like from the blackmail letter? I mean, the real thing that happened, from my understanding, my theories and everything else, is that Luke got this letter from Ballard saying a date and a time to meet him, or he was going to reveal his identity. So Luke decides, I'm going to kill him, and in order to get away with it, I'm going to further blackmail Ron and have him think that this letter's for him, go give it to him, and then meet him there. And he's going to walk in right at 1 o'clock, and I'm going to bonk him on the head, and he's going to be found guilty for this murder, and I'm going to pose as Mask to Mask. So to me, that would be a fatal flaw if it was proven that he knew about the date beforehand. Because then he could set up this whole thing, right? That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. And I'm not supposed to use evidence to prove this. I just press on what I believe is the contradiction. So the contradiction should already be obvious from just the statements. So I think it's that one. If it's not that one, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then this one to me is to, you know, focus on the later parts of the testimony. Okay, so you're giving me a hint that that's not the right answer, I think. Okay. Okay. The later parts of the testimony. All the evidence points to that poor boy. Yeah, you're like, oh god. So this is another one I thought was weird. The victim just mistook the color of the jewel. How can he mistake the color of the jewel? I don't know. That's weird. Mr. Delight was wearing... So I focused initially on the buzzer stuff. Because to me, we already proved earlier with Ron that he didn't press the buzzer. He did not press the buzzer because he was unconscious. But I don't know if that's gonna be it. Because what he's saying here, I don't think is wrong. Well, I guess it is wrong, isn't it? Because he says, because he was wearing his outfit, he did not leave prints. But the real reason was because he was unconscious, he did not press the buzzer and thus did not leave prints. But I don't know if that's a stretch. To me, we absolutely proved that Ron didn't press the buzzer, so maybe it should be this one, which was my first thought. Because anything else I look at is like, I have to kind of go somewhere else to prove it, so I'm like, maybe it's this one. Maybe it's this one. Although I was pretty convinced that that earlier one was it until you said that, so I don't know. I mean, another one I could see is the color, because that's really weird that, oh, he just doesn't know what color it is. Like, what? But I don't feel like that's big enough of a deal. I don't know. Okay, but let's look at everything, right? Let's look at everything that has to do with the buzzer in case it's something else. I was able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. This is true. The button didn't have any fingerprints on it. That is true. Yeah, no fingerprints. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which Ballard didn't, which means the killer sounded it. And I think that I have to count this as true as well because he doesn't say Ron. He doesn't say, that means that Ron sounded it. He says the killer sounded it, which is true because Luke is the killer and he's the one that sounded the buzzer. I'm gonna go with this one and pray that it's right. Hopefully I'm on the right track here. Otherwise, maybe it's the colors, but... Mr. Atme. About this last remark.
Objection.
Oh no.
You still don't get it, do you, Trite?
Did I get it wrong?
This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Maybe I did it? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. I did it! Oh God! How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? Oh, thank God I got it right. Oh, Jesus. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Thank you. Thank you. Just, I had a little bit of help, but thank you. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed. That's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. So the way it's going, maybe they're gonna say, how did you know that he was wearing the costume if you weren't there, right? So maybe that's actually what it is, but I still found a way to make it true. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
He needs more coffee. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask-to-Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? So yeah, he was in the other courtroom, so he wouldn't have been here for that. That was,
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
Man. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. That wasn't Godot. Oops. Time for those emergency cups for Godot. I almost just said, if you focus on one of the earlier parts of the testimony, the part where he says he deduced that Ron was Damask directly contradicts how certain he was to say Ron was in a disguise. Ah, okay. Yeah, like, I wasn't thinking that at all. I wasn't thinking, oh, Luke wasn't even in the room when that was revealed about Ron. I was just thinking, it's like 100% proven that Ron didn't press that buzzer. So this statement just has to be wrong because he's saying that he pressed that buzzer when he didn't, you know what I mean? So either way, it still worked out, but my God. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask-to-Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Well,
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one.
One way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
Mm-hmm. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Do a little turnabout, perhaps?
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible.
Detective Atme, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Cain Ballard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Hello? Earthquake? Hello? Is he a rocket ship? Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself! Here I am, the tragic clown! Again. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. He's turning Super Saiyan! He's at it again. Blast off! What an awfully complicated incident. So complicated. Houston, we have a problem. Cain Ballard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask to Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there. You're just so small. Why wouldn't he be?
About the verdict.
I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Mask to Mask!
Ah?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it...
I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then, Mask to Mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
For now? Oh my god. He got away with thievery. Phantom thievery. Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty. Woo! God, that was a tough one. That was definitely a tough one.
Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, I love when funny little guys get away with theft. You know, like, good for them. Good for them.
Let's go. I always like how the French celebrate famous thieves. Wait, that's not how it works, right? I don't know. Atme then added an energy drink in the coffee. I think Godot has been giving some of his coffee to Atme. Oh my god. We did it! We did it!
This isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is I still am mask to mask.
No one cares. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4.
You did it, Phoenix.
I sure did. Miss Mia!
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Kurain channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around.
Goodbye, Mia. We love you. We miss you.
Mia.
Ah, Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this has happened. Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as mask to mask to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh?
What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming mask to mask. I did it all for one reason. For her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became mask to mask?
Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I kinda wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together. The urn?
Take that! The sacred urn! Desi was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
There you are.
Miss Delight.
You did it, Ronnie! You're innocent! I'm so happy!
Thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either. Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Oh my god.
Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi.
He's a lucky man.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy.
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
Gulp. I can feel my face going red.
Oh my god. Couple goals, to be honest.
Sweet, in a terrifying way.
Not even the game wants to let Ron talk. Poor lad.
Anna, howdy. Welcome in, Anna. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Pearls! Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya! Congratulations!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick! How could you, with another man's wife in front
and on that day, Phoenix died. The end. So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness and my life. Ronnie is one lucky, lucky twink. Gas keep, girl keep, gas boss. Always. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Aww. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. Oh, so sweet! Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, the end. I did it. I did it. Maya? Maya, what are you doing? Is Maya working at a cafe? Oh. Is Maya working at a maid cafe? Oh my god. Maya! She looks so cute. Or maybe she's a waitress? Maybe she's just a normal waitress? I don't know. I don't know, but she looks so cute. My baby Maya! A brand new episode has been added. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. This one already looks like it's gonna be so cute. So cute. Save your progress? Yes, I will. However, I believe it's time to end the stream. Unfortunately, I usually go for a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna be able to play this again for a couple weeks, and I don't want to get started and then forget things and be lost. So I really feel like this is a good stopping point, and I should just pick this back up next time and start with episode 3. As much as I want to see what's going on with Maya, I think that would be the smartest choice. So we got plenty done today, of course. We finished up chapter 2 of the 3rd Ace Attorney game. So yeah, and I have plenty to do off stream tonight to finish things up. So honestly, I think a shorter stream is going to be good for me. But yeah, either way, unfortunately, I will not be here tomorrow or Friday. I'll be back next Tuesday, starting our Sega charity event, raising money for Mermaids, a UK-based charity that helps transgender and gender diverse youths and their families. Very, very exciting. Last I checked, we already had some donations. Let me check on that again. Let me see. Yep, we are at 50 pounds out of my 250 pound goal already. And we haven't even started the event. So thank you to those of you who have donated already. I will be talking about this charity event plenty next week. I'll make some more announcements probably as well in the Discord and on Twitter leading up to it. But yeah, 1/5 of the way there. Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. I haven't even started fundraising yet. I just have my Tiltify link on, you know, so that's amazing. Is there a link? Yes, there is. Let me post that for you. See, I don't even have a command for it or anything yet. Like, I'm setting that up probably all tonight and getting it ready for next week. So I'm gonna be fundraising next Tuesday to Friday. We're gonna be playing all Sega games, and I'll let you know what those games are later. Sega hooked me up with a game, and that's pretty cool of them as well. And we're definitely playing Monkey Ball, I can tell you that, because I already have it. So we're gonna be playing some Monkey Ball, but every day is gonna be a different game, so I think that's gonna be pretty fun. But yeah, either way, there is the Tiltify link, and of course we'll be talking plenty about everything next week. But either way, I'm excited, but I won't be here tomorrow or Friday. I have to get ready for my sister's wedding and help with stuff like that. So I'll be very busy this weekend, all the way up until next Tuesday, so it's a lot going on. But yeah, I'm very excited. I love that we get to do another charity event for Pride Month. I definitely want to try to do something every Pride Month from here on out each year, at least as one of my charity events. If I do one charity event per year, I want it to be for Pride Month, so yeah. Have fun at the wedding. Thank you. I just got my nails done today for the wedding. They're like pink and sparkly, to match my gold sparkly dress. So I'm pretty excited. Also really nervous. I'm gonna have to do a speech and stuff like that because the wedding is for my sister and I am the maid of honor. So I have to make a speech, but I got it written down, so I'm ready. I'm ready. It's just, we gotta pack still. We haven't even packed yet, so you see, I need a couple days to prepare. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. But yeah, there's my social media. You can find me on Twitter or YouTube most days. We also have a Discord open to anybody. I am going to be taking a week-long break after the charity week next week. So if you want to keep up with me off stream, definitely hop into the Discord. We have a lot of fun there. We hang out and watch stuff together sometimes, like game events or movies. And there are the raid messages that you are welcome to use. But yeah, either way, I'll be back next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time with some Super Monkey Ball and some good Pride charity fundraising. So I'll see y'all then. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!